Mahila, I'm gonna go over some things that have gone on. I do have a new video in the short videos, the little clips. It doesn't show up in the section, but we're gonna have this video that'll go over time, and then this will be in there, but you're gonna have to look in the videos section. So Tim Fee Rick, all that was Dance Gavin Dance, was last night. I got the Cyrus, aka Naphtali. Remember when I was trying to work at the Orleans before my family left for that summer in 2019, and I went to California and got the buried treasure, whatever you want to call it, from my dog Jeremy Hydro. Well, right before that happened, I took them. They were going to the airport, and I got this thing in the mail that said because of my record, I couldn't work at the Orleans being a lifeguard. And when I had gone to the Orleans, and then after I interviewed, or it might have been before, but I think it was after, I went to Hooters Oyo, and this black girl touched my stomach and said, you look good like that or whatever, and you're healthy or something, So then last night, um, there was this girl as I was watching Groxt. I kind of shooed her away as I was watching Grox because I was so kind of like in the moment and a little bit mad watching him and his new channel, which is the CK, that no one's on except us. And it's just really sad what's happened with that whole situation, and it's not the information that we need to even be looking at this point. It's a big step backwards. But anyway, like, this girl had a blanket on, this black girl, and I ended up finding her at the bus stop when I was about to leave, and I said, "Do you want that smoke you were asking for?" So I got her in the car from the bus stop, picked her up, and took her back to the gas station, which was across the street, the 7-Eleven. And I had my shirt off because I threw up on my shirt earlier, a little bit earlier in the night. I threw up this alcohol that I had, that it was Elysian, and I had Burger King, and that's all I had, and I threw it up on my Mackinac Island hoodie. So I had that thrown in the back, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have her, get the 45. Like, I'm gonna have her touch my stomach. So she did backhanded, and then she did again, you know, um, with her fingertips, and I was kind of like playing around. I was just being playful. I was like, I kept it real light. And then I got out of the car and like flexed, and then put on my shirt and went into the gas station. And like, this one girl that was with this black guy, this big black guy, was like leaning over and stuff. Like, she might have saw what had gone on or something. And then hopefully that was like a dynamic change to get us into that Arnold again, like, instead of this what we're stuck in now for an age. And I bought her the girl that I picked up with the blanket on, that I bought her an alcohol and a black and mild. Then got her in the car again, and I was like, you can do that again or whatever. But she was like, I don't want to molest you. She was kind of like joking or whatever. So then, like, I cut it off there, didn't say one more word about it, and said, like, I wish I could help more. But I'm struggling myself. Like, I can take you to the bus stop. That's it. Like, that's all I can do. And that was it. I said, take your time, don't leave anything in here. Like, she had a bag and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it'll be all right, you know. And she said she got kicked out or something, of the apartment that she was at or something. She, of course, she had some big story, but like, I told her flat out, like, I can't do any more than this. Like, what I paid for it cost like $4 or $5, and like that's all I can do, you know. So so then it showed up today that was like Naphtali, and it was like a Cyrus to complete the two kind of Solomons that would be for Cyrus. So like I did it kind of spur of the moment, and yeah, it was two like black girls. I think that like it counted for something bigger than I can see at this point. I mean, you know, and I'm kind of built up from everything going on. Like I've been going to the pools and like, you know, getting certain vibes and stuff, and you know, from bartender and some woman that was married, and I'm like, you know, and like these Hispanic girls, so I'm kind of like it's not that it's like easier, but like I feel more free at like night if I'm driving, like I don't know. And then, you know, black girls are more open to stuff like that. That's just how they are, especially with me. Like I've just noticed that throughout my life. So that was the Tim Feerick. Um, and I guess they gave me Naphtali or something with that. Now, if you read it from the bottom to the top of the seals from the green grass and the trees and all that, then it pretty much goes from 1860s all the way to this time we're in now with Gad that happened 22 days then 22 days then it was Reuben, and then it would be 3 days to Judah for a 322, and that's a perfect skull and bones. Means Gad, Reuben, Judah is what that kind of means. Like they're helping to get that formulated or something. So there's that. Then I've been seeing things that like my brother's kid kind of means like Moab. Like that's the Moab tribe. Like, and that's like the ones who follow Jesus everywhere he goes or something, that like that's a seal with them or something. Or it could be just another, you know, extra thing that isn't exactly biblical. I'm not very sure, but um kind of been looking at that. Um so um that's what that was. I'm trying to think if there was something else that I needed to go over. Um, just trying to think. Um, Basically, the Gottfried, the Iago who died means like something with that Jake Gyllenhaal film that I mentioned to my sister, that it was like Hell Hath No Fury, like the score need. Something with that, but also with that the writings of that day were counted. That's what it showed. Like it was survive the tie, and that was kind of the transition into principality was like right when he died. So like from the 11th would be, you know, from the 11th was the Eduardo Refinity, that he died, and he kind of stands out in that he doesn't really go with everything else that day. And it kind of means the picture that I would tell you guys about at the native woman's house. That's kind of what his name means. So it's like, why would he show up right then? Like, unless it really did mean something, like bigger than we can see, like, and in the refine itself was also prophecy for the Iago to die the next day. Like they knew, like, okay, he's got principality, so he'll get that anyway. But like the Eduardo was the woman. Like that's who, like that's the main type of the seal. Now that doesn't mean go and go and get with my girl, Messiah. That's not what that means. I'm saying that I'm just saying what they show in the code. So then um what else? I think that was it, right? I don't know. So all right, I'll get off here.